With over 343 destinations in one stop. Nonstop service to Dallas, Fort Worth, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Miami. Fly with us. You'll be glad you did. For more information, visit flygainesville.com.
Ocala, quick minute news. Presumed no more. Governor Ron DeSantis says coronavirus in Florida is confirmed.
As of about noon today, we finally gotten confirmation, verification from the CDC. So those are 100% verified cases of coronavirus in the state of Florida.
During an update at the health department in Miami-Dade County, DeSantis said the samples from the 2 patients were tested in a lab in Tampa, but because they were the first in the state, they were sent to the CDC in Atlanta for confirmation. Senator Rick Scott believes airports can help stop the spread of the coronavirus. The Florida Republican is calling on Homeland Security to immediately increase screening procedures at Florida's international airports. An accused cop killer plans to use the insanity defense in Orange County. Court documents filed yesterday claim Markeith Lloyd suffered from mental infirmity, disease, and defect when he allegedly shot and killed Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton 3 years ago. Lloyd is due in court, and the trial is expected to start in 2 months. Committees in both the State House and Senate are approving proposals that require employers to use the federal E-Verify system. House Bill sponsor Cord Byrd says the legislation will draw those working in the country illegally out of the shadows.
One of the problems because of our lax enforcement is that Florida is a lure and draw to illegal labor.
Opponents say E-Verify will do more harm than good. The issue is one of the governor's top priorities. There is a new job opportunity that is out of this world. NASA said Monday that it started accepting applications for future astronauts. This is the first time in more than 4 years the space agency has made a call for future space travelers. NASA says they are looking for talented people to join them in this is the new era of human exploration that begins with the Artemis program trip to the moon. For your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chat. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
When you see the Mike Scott Plumbing truck, you know that experienced certified technicians are on the job. Mike Scott Plumbing has the equipment and expertise to handle any size septic job, residential and commercial. From pumping septic tanks to installing new tanks and drain fields. When you want the job done right the first time, then the first call you need to make is to Mike Scott Plumbing. Mike Scott Plumbing is locally owned and operated since 1987, so you get the quality you expect at the price you deserve. If water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing.
It's Strawberry Festival time again on March 7th, and the Ocala business leaders are going to be there. Stop by their booth and get a free directory of the many trusted businesses that are listed in it. Ocala business leaders have been here in Ocala for over 22 years. So when you stop by, take a moment to chat with us. Then, take a free directory with you. We look forward to meeting you on March 7th at the Strawberry Festival. The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, March 21st. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni. Are you among the millions of Americans who feel uncertain when it comes to their health care? Well, right now is the only time of the year you can do anything about it. So make the switch to Liberty Health Share. As a health care sharing ministry, we are not insurance, so you can pick your program, choose your doctors and hospitals, and choose when you sign up. We have programs for singles, couples, and families, all with no contracts, starting at only $199 per month. Go to libertyhealthshare.org/WOCA. That's libertyhealthshare.org/WOCA.
WOCA.
Come to the 7th Annual Habitat Strawberry Festival on March 7th, 2020 at the McPherson Government Complex. The festival will have vendors, food, a car show, a kids zone, live entertainment, pie eating contests, and all things strawberry. All to also raise funds to build a habitat home for a family in our community. Check out the website, habitatocala.org, and follow the link. The Habitat for Humanity Strawberry Festival is Saturday, March 7th, with breakfast served at 7:30. Free admission, $5 parking. See you there.
But our flight doesn't leave for 5 hours.
Traffic could be bad, trying to find a parking spot, then the mile walk here could take a while.
From parking to boarding and everything in between, it's just better.
Gainesville Regional Airport.
WOCA.
And you're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We are streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. Yeah, and good morning, everybody. It's time for news bits of news that you can chew here at The Source. As we'll start here in Ocala. We'll start with a new Waffle House on Mary Camp Road, making rapid progress. A new Waffle House along Mary Camp Road is making rapid progress towards completion. Construction crews working on the new restaurant near the intersection of Southeast 44th Avenue Road and Mary Camp Road have recently erected the main building with a trademark yellow-lettered sign awaiting the placement of the structure. The Waffle House in Mary Camp joins other locations around Ocala at 22 Northwest 34th Avenue, 3871 Southwest College Road, and 2065 Southwest Highway 44. Known for its availability breakfast, the new Waffle House location will be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like the other franchises. New businesses have been sprouting up all along Mary Camp corridor in the recent months. Last month, the Wawa opened its 5th location, adding to the growing collection here in Ocala. In December, Papa Pineapples took over a location formerly occupied by the Cup of the Irish. And a lot going around, a lot getting built, as always. There's a announcement here for some Ocala road closures upcoming for a stormwater project. The city of Ocala is preparing for road closures to accommodate a stormwater project at the intersection of Southwest 1st Avenue and Southwest 6th Street. The closures are expected to take place beginning Monday, March 9th and lasting through Friday, March 20th. All necessary devices will be in place to redirect traffic. Construction will take place Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So with that, for the intersections of Southwest 1st Avenue, Southwest 6th Street, they'll have planned detour routes to include for the northbound traffic. You can make a left on Southwest 7th Street, right onto Southwest 2nd Avenue, right on Southwest 5th Street, and then back to Southwest 1st Avenue to get around that. For southbound traffic, they'll be making the left on 5th Street, Southwest 5th Street, and then on to South Magnolia Avenue, and then on Southwest 7th Street, and then back to Southwest 1st Avenue. And for more information upon the City of Ocala preparing for the road closure to accommodate the stormwater project, for more information, you can contact the City Engineer's Office, Capital Projects Division at 352-629-8419, 629-8419. Now with They keep updating here. This is some more national news. It says at least 8 killed as tornadoes had ripped through Nashville and Middle Tennessee, collapsing buildings. A powerful and deadly storm moving through Middle Tennessee spawned a tornado that touched down in Nashville early Tuesday morning, cutting a swath of destruction that stretched through the city for miles. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency confirmed that 7 people died from the tornadoes that hit more than 40 buildings, the Associated Press reported. 2 people in East Nashville were killed in the storm, according to the Nashville police. Authorities in Putnam County confirmed at least 3 deaths in a Facebook post. And at approximately 2 a.m. Central Standard Time, the agency wrote, 1 confirmed tornado touched down between the city limits of Cookeville and Baxter. We have confirmed deaths possibly of 3 or more. The extent of the storm's physical damage was jarring even before the sun rose Tuesday morning, and forecasters said more storms could be on the way as the death toll looks to be now near 8, which is incredible, as they're saying that more storms could be possibly on the way. So keep you updated on that as we look at the expectations of our weather coming in the next couple of days. We'll be expecting some higher winds today, as they're saying wind gusts around here in the afternoon could be producing gusts as high as almost 28 miles per hour, as we'll expect west-southwest winds to increase to, they say here, 13 to 18 miles an hour. So it's going to get windy here today in lieu of that warm, moist weather that's coming off the Gulf of Mexico as this cold front's moving its way through, which will arrive for us near Thursday as it's pounding through Tennessee right now with what looks to be something of a warm front moving up to impact that right where Tennessee is with East Tennessee and the Nashville-Knoxville area. So keep you updated on that as the weather's going to move through the next few days. It's going to bring some wind and rain, and looks to be a little heavy for those couple days as it rolls through. Nonetheless, alrighty. In other news, we've got this one here. This is always interesting, throwing these tidbit ones out. It says, phone-grabbing Ocala man charged with slapping a woman. 32-year-old Ocala man was arrested on a domestic battery charge last Wednesday night after he allegedly slapped a woman in the face while trying to grab her cell phone. The victim told a Marion County Sheriff's deputy she was in the kitchen on the phone with her friend when Brian Steve Vargas Ramos asked her who she was talking to. She said Vargas Ramos went to grab her phone by slapping her with an open hand on the right side of her face where her phone was positioned, according to the sheriff's report. The victim said that that he grabbed the phone out of her hand when he slapped her. She said she grabbed him by the shirt and pushed him away after he slapped her, and then she had called law enforcement. The deputy observed a red mark and a small cut on the victim's right cheek. He had told the deputy that the victim had been drinking and came into his bedroom and started yelling at him. He said the victim then called someone on the phone, and he asked her who she was talking to. Ramos said the victim grabbed him by the shirt when he reached to grab her phone. He said at no time did he slap the victim, according to the report, and Ramos had 3 small scratches on his upper chest. He was taken to the Marion County Jail when he was released Friday, where he was released Friday on a $1,000 bond. He's due to appear in Marion County Court on March 20th. Interesting. So, I was going to say more national news in a sense on a lighter note, if you will. It says here that where'd it go? Luke Bryan has a beer coming out. It says here that I just lost it. Let me find it. I just had it there. We'll go back to some Ocala news. As the Silver Springs woman finally admits to shoving husband here. Silver Springs woman finally admits to shoving husband. A Silver Springs woman gave several accounts of a fight with her husband before finally admitting to shoving him out of anger. Jody Lynn Scammon, 40, was charged with simple domestic battery after the incident, which happened Wednesday at their residence on Northeast 13th Lane. She was released on her own. She was released from the Marion County Jail on Saturday morning and will appear in Marion County Court on March 20th. The woman who reported the incident told Marion County Sheriff's deputies that Scammon had gotten into her face earlier in the day and accused her of sleeping with her husband, the victim. She said prior to that confrontation, the victim told her that Scammon pushed her away while they were in the back bedroom. According to the sheriff's report, the victim said he has lived under the same roof for about 10 years. He said that they got into an argument over taxes in the back bedroom of the residence. The victim said when he got up to leave the bedroom, Scammon shoved him, knocking him back onto the bed, and left the room. Scammon initially insisted nothing physical took place, and when told she was being accused of physical contact with the victim, she said she brushed him by. Get out of the back of the bedroom. After being read her Miranda rights and asked again what happened, Scammon said she shoved the victim out of the way so she could get to the door. Asked if she had been able to get to the door without touching the victim, she couldn't. She said she could have, but she needed to shove him because she was upset, the report said. She was placed under arrest and taken to the jail without bail. Okay. We're going to take just a short little break, and when we come back, just a little bit more news to round out to the top of the 9 o'clock hour, which after the 9 o'clock hour, we'll have In the Garden with Carol Ann Baldwin. Stay tuned. You're listening to 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
PPIR is a networking group formed to serve the realtor and small business community. It primarily serves the real estate and construction industry, but is open to all businesses that provide any service or product to the real estate business community. PPIR has no membership dues or fees for attendees. The watchwords are keep it simple and maximize networking time. PPIR chapters meet 3 times monthly at different locations after normal business hours. For information on this, call 352-615-9412 or go to events at ppirevents.com. PPIR, professional people in real estate.
Ah, the joys of flying from a major hub.
Come on, guys, we gotta go.
Wait, honey, but our flight doesn't leave for 5 hours.
I know, but traffic could be bad. Then there's trying to find a parking spot, then the mile walk to check in, and of course security could take a while.
Skip the circus and fly regional. From parking to boarding and everything in between, it's just better.
Gainesville Regional Airport, now boarding with over 343 destinations in one stop. Non-stop service to Dallas, Fort Worth, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Miami. Fly with us. You'll be glad you did. For more information, visit flygainesville.com.
We are proud to announce the Conservative Watch Hour on WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM every Friday at 11 a.m. Hosted by Annie Marie Delgado, President of Trump Team 2020 Florida, and her co-host Ann Vandersteel with SteelTruth.com. We are serving a higher level of excellence, and we are the only program of this type in this market. Don't miss your weekly dose of conservative talk radio. WOCA 11 a.m. Fridays, 96.3 and 1370 a.m.
WOCA.
Ocala.
And you're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. And we are finishing up news bits of news you can chew. This one with Ocala. Ocala Mayor vetoes landfill ordinance. The ordinance, which would create a pathway for an expansion of Friends Recycling in West Ocala. Ocala Mayor Kent Gwynn voted a recent ordinance passed by the Ocala City Council that had the potential to allow the expansion of a construction and demolition, or C&D, landfill in West Ocala, and then again filed the veto, only his fourth in 9 years as mayor. With the city clerk's office at 4:11 p.m. on Friday, the veto repeats history, as then Mayor Randy Ewers voted a similar ordinance down in 2009. The council can let the veto stand or try to override. There is no set time frame for the council to take up an override effort. The council can overturn a mayor's veto with a 4/5 vote, but since the council currently only has 4 members, an override would require a 4-0 vote, said Pat Gilligan, the city attorney. Quote, a 4/5 breakdown of 4 is a fractional number of more than 3. We would round up, so it would require a 4-0 vote, Gilligan said. The District 2 seat sits empty after Tyrone Oliver, who won the election last December, was disqualified due to a 33-year-old felony conviction. A special election for the seat is set for March 17th. The candidates are Irie Bethia, Lonnie Hooks, and Reginald Landers. Unless one of the candidates gets at least 50% of the vote, however, the race will go to a runoff. District 2 covers much of West Ocala, which includes the site of Friends Recycling, the only C&D landfill in the city. Residents against the ordinance argued the district should get a vote. Council President Jay Musla responded that council members are elected by all city voters and represent the entire city. Districts are where members must live to serve. Ginn said he voted the measure after a council member signaled that they would not vote to override. The ordinance had passed 4-0. If there is an override attempt, he hopes that the council will wait to have the District 2 seat filled. You should do things because they are right or wrong, but politically, I would think that would be a disaster for the 4 council members to vote and not allow that person to voice their vote on this. But that's up to them, Gunn said. Rob Bestell, assistant city attorney, said the council can take up an issue during its regular council meeting on Tuesday, but typically waits to list the item on the agenda. Tuesday's agenda is already set. So there you go. As on a lighter note, I did find what I was getting to as it bounced away on me. As Luke Bryan gets into the beer game with new 2-lane American Golden Lager. It's national news for those who are fans of American Idol and Luke Bryan, the country star. Luke Bryan is a beer guy. That's not news to any of the 2-time ACM and 2-time CMA Entertainer of the Year's fans who have heard his hits, including Drink a Beer, Just a Sip, or A Cold Beer Drinker. Quote, beer means putting yourself in a mental space where you can chill out, end quote. Luke Bryan told USA Today, this business is tricky for me. It's hard work, and you get off stage, and nothing feels better than getting off a hot stage in the summertime than enjoying a cold beer. Now Bryan manifested that feeling into a brew of his own. The singer partnered with Constellation Brands to create 2-lane American Golden Lager, a 99-calorie beer with 4.2% alcohol by volume and only 3 grams of carbs. Bryan's collaboration with Constellation Brands, whose portfolio includes beers such as Corona, wines such as Kim Crawford, and spirits such as Svedka Vodka, began several years ago. Eventually, they landed on making a beer after toying with other ideas. From there, through testing, Bryan said it took about 2 years to get it right. He wanted to create a beer that was low calorie, but that didn't lack flavor. which wasn't an easy feat. To do that, Brian said there was some give and take as he worked closely with the Constellation. The brew features American-grown barley and water from the Blue Ridge Mountains. Quote, we knew we wanted to have it a real American feel, Brian said. The, quote, Play It Again singer said he wants his beer to bring beer back to its roots. To him, beer is about connection. I wanted my beer to get back to what it's really all about. Beer is all about sharing with friends, sharing in the outdoors, and sharing in a rural spot where you'll never forget sharing that beer with somebody for the first time. To field test his beer, he brought some of his cans to Georgia at Thanksgiving for his friends to try. He wanted to make sure they enjoyed it. So he snuck a couple of the cans into the coolers, and the highest approval he needed, his mom's. The beer will be sold in cans and is available in 6-packs, 12-packs, 16-ounce serving cans for a retail price of $15.99 for a 12-pack. Well, there you go. Back after this, WOCA Ocala.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There are reports of at least 9 people killed and dozens of homes and businesses damaged by 2 tornadoes tearing through central Tennessee, including Nashville, where this man was sleeping